off, so if you need an extra sheet, you can just attach it.
Okay, and if someone wanted to do a commendation, how would that be done?
Accommodation for.
If an officer does something good.
Oh, you can do it the same way. You can call, email.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So,
Is there any more questions we can ask for you guys?
no, actually, you guys have been more professional than other departments we've come across.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry you didn't get a warm reception in other places, but if there's anything we can do for you guys, give us a call and we'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that it turned out the way it did. We get an attitude sometimes.
Yeah, well, some, I can understand that as well
Yeah.
too, but we,
So
Just here to help.
do you feel that you guys get treated better here than the Portland Police in Portland?
I don't know, I don't live in Portland, but I would just say that our community takes really great care of us. We have a really great working relationship with our citizens, our council, our city council, our mayor, our city administrator, our chief of police. They just treat us great. We have no complaints whatsoever. They take really good care of us.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, that's important because the city council in Portland, they defunded the police, made a lot of restrictions.
yeah, thank you. It's kind of a rough time right now. I mean, it's kind of a rough time, but
Yeah.
we'll all make it together, the citizens and us and the state of Washington and Oregon, we'll all make it through.
Yeah.
There's some, we'll work with it and we'll make it through.
Right. Another question I have for you guys is like in Oregon, if they're certified through the state, so a police officer, even if they're assigned to Portland, can enforce the law in Burns, Oregon. Do you have the same philosophy? Do you have the same thing here?
Technically, yes. We have a mutual aid agreement between in Cowlitz County, within the other city, like Woodland and Longview and Cowlitz and Kelsman and stuff like that, that if we need to go up into those cities to assist them and help them, or let's say there's a chase that happens with, well, we're not chasing anymore,
Yeah.
but if something like that was to happen, we could go up there and we can make arrests and stuff like that from the mutual aid agreement that we have between the cities and the county.
But like if Seattle called up and said, we need officers up here?
That would have to be a special thing that's worked through the chief and the city. And then I think there's a state, I don't know what you would call it, I don't know what the technical term, but basically they would request our help. And if they request our help, then we would be more than happy. If we can assist them, we would go up and assist them if need be.
Okay.
If they would have to request us though, like we wouldn't just run up there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they would have to request us.
Yeah, but if some major thing happened, like, you got that big airport up there.
Yeah.
If an airplane crashed in the middle of downtown or something like that, and they go, we don't have enough officers.
Well, I just moved up here from Florida. I've been here about 7 months from Florida. And
I'm sorry.
yeah, and down in Florida, like there'd be hurricanes up in the Panhandle, which is 8 hours away from us, and they would just request our help, and we would go from our, in the Orlando area all the way up into the Panhandle. So I'm sure it's the same thing here.
Yeah.
Furnished by Florida's a shithole.
So you're a sergeant. How do you make sergeant with only being here for a short period of
What
time?
happened here is that I have 23 years of experience. And what happened here was that the sergeant retired, the next guy in line went ahead and retired, the next guy in line had a mild heart attack, so he went back to Hawaii. And so the other personnel that were involved they didn't have enough time and grade to be put in for a sergeant. So he had to do an outside search, the chief had to do an outside search. And then there was about 6 of us from Kansas, Oklahoma, Seattle, myself in Florida, and a couple other people all put in for it, and we all tested for it. And I was lucky enough to be the one chosen.
Cool.
Yeah.
So do you believe in the Constitution?
Yes, I believe in the Constitution.
You believe in the First Amendment and the Second Amendment?
Sure, I do. Yeah.
Okay, because to me that's very important, that officers believe in the Constitution, and when they do their duty, they recognize people's constitutional rights.
Yeah, people have a right to speak how they want, carry their weapons, so that's, just like you guys have a right to walk around in here in our police station and talk to us and stuff like that. We don't have a problem with that. We're more than welcome to answer any questions you have, or, we're pretty proud of our building, so the fact that you're walking around and taking pictures of it and stuff, that's fine with us. We like
Matter of
it.
fact, I like.
Yeah, I like the quilt too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, I don't have a problem.
That a few times already.
I don't have a problem with good cops. I have a problem with bad cops.
Well, we all do. Yeah. We all do.
Because the bad cops are a danger to the good ones.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, just because, just like citizens, and they're bad citizens, the masses, every once in a while, we do our best to try to filter out everybody that we can, but every once in a while we'll get through. Or, sometimes a police officer just makes a bad decision, and then here we all get blamed for when he made the bad decision. He may not necessarily been a bad guy, he just made a bad decision.
Yeah, I call that bad apple in the barrel.
Yeah.
One bad apple ruined the whole barrel.
Yeah, it can.
So,
Especially if it's rotting and spreads that fungus and bacteria to all the others.
Yeah.
It's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
so it's important not just for the police, but the civilians in an area to root out the bad police or bad police officers and get rid of them.
Yeah, we welcome any complaints. I mean, if somebody doesn't like something we're doing, we're more than happy to speak with y'all or speak with them and have them come right up here and talk to us. I mean, they can come right in and talk to us, talk to the chief, talk to the city administrator. We're very open here. If they have a problem or, a complaint about us, come on down. We'll see if we can work something out. And if it is a justifiable complaint, if we can't work it out and it's something that's bad, then we'll discipline that officer or take care of it. Right?
Good.
Move from
And I'm actually all the way out from Arkansas.
there. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome, yeah.
And I'm from Portland,
Oh, okay.
so.
Not nearly as far.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, it's I knew about the place. I filmed here before on the weekend. I even followed a police officer around and noticed that he did several traffic violations.
All right.
Ran stop signs.
Yeah, okay.
Went the wrong way
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna follow him the wrong way. I'm not gonna run a stop sign.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna go 35 in a 20.
One of our officers?
Yeah.
Oh, next time just let us know. Next time you let us know and we'll have a talk with them and see what's going on and find out and go through it from that way.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm riding with him and it happens and I see it, I'll be calling it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, because it's important. To me, it's important that police are transparent. The public should see them and stuff like that. That way people know, hey, this officer's good, this officer does this officer's bad, this officer's making passes at 13-year-old girls.
Oh, yeah. We don't want into that. We don't want into that.
So, or this officer is good, they're enforcing the laws, they're being respectful.
Yeah.
This officer here is taking money from drug dealers.
Yeah, well, we don't, and that's the thing, we don't want that either. I mean,
Yeah.
The good officers, we don't want that. If they're a bad officer, we want them rooted out as much too, because we want you guys to have as much trust as us, as we can. We want you to trust us when we come to your door. You want us to trust us that we're going to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Go from there, so.
And due to I'm a cop watcher, I've been told by officers, well, you hate police. I go, no, I don't hate police. I got friends that are police. And if one of your cars went off the road up here and caught fire, I'd be one of the ones that would risk my life pulling them
Okay, I
out.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, back in Houston, Texas, about 2 years ago, I'm going to tell you this, and then I want to get your input or your thoughts on this. A school resource officer was caught in the bathroom with a minor child, 14 years old, little boy, sexually molesting him.
Okay.
The officer was given a slap on the wrist, and he is still working at the school as a police officer.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, if that, I don't know why that agency would do that. But if we investigated and that was a true claim and that's what exactly was happening, well, then obviously we as a department and we as law enforcement officers would want that guy not only terminated from his position, not only lose his certification, but also press jail times.
Yeah.
So I came from